Now we are on stanza number 41 of 10th chapter, the dedication chapter. And now we come to the dedication of that all the sentient beings may be free from what they don't desire, or free from problems. This is one stanza. Senchen ganyo du machir, dipa machir na machir, jitu nipar machirhi ganyo yibba de machirs. So this is may beings never suffer anguish. Let them not be sick, nor evilly behave. May they have no fear, nor suffer insults. Always may their minds be free from sorrow. So all the beings never suffer any kind of anguish or unhappiness, or suffering of any kind, and may they not have sickness of the body, sickness of the mind, and may they do not indulge in negative deeds which brings all this suffering and pain and things like that, and may they have no fear of danger of any kind, and may they not have to endure the suffering of insult and discrimination and things like that people do. So in short, their minds be always be free of any kind of sufferings, sorrows, pain, big ones, small ones, subtle ones, gross ones, and everything. Now we come to making dedications for the Dharma to flourish. In monasteries, temples, and the like, may reading and reciting widely flourish. May harmony prevail among the Sangha. May its purposes be all fulfilled. So, Zula Kona Lupatong, Katuji Ji Leni, Dr. Gendun, Tambato Gendun Zula Kang, or the temple of monastery, when we say Zula Kang Vihara actually means a library, when you have the books. So Zuglak, Zug means like on the crown. Lak means hand. So what the enlightened beings take from their crown, or from their maybe brain, you can say, and put it in your hand. What is put, what the main thing, the experience, the understanding, the method, the skillful means, all the instructions, the hard instructions of enlightened beings, that is on their head, on the top of their head, that is taken out and putting into your hand What is that? That's the books. That's the teachings. That's the, say like in present terms, Kanjur, Tenjur and things like that. So this, Tsukla. And then Kang is the place where you put this, when you preserve this, when you enshrine that. So that's like, actually a temple in Buddhist terms is a library. It's a library. And so these libraries, what we have to do is study and practice. Study the teachings and practice. So these monasteries and temples may become very, progressed or spread, or, how they spread? If people are reading there and people are reciting those and people are studying those, then, so may all the temples be filled with people who would read, who would study, who would recite. So this is, I think, very important, because this is... Then, the main thing about the Sangha is that, they practice Dharma. They focus on working on their, negative habitual tendencies, negative emotions, and, try to, transform that into wisdom and compassion, and gain power to help people. So if the Sangha focuses their mind, concentrates on that, then there is no problem. There is no problem. The Sangha becomes a true Sangha. Sangha becomes worthy of respect. Sangha becomes the guide. Sangha becomes an example. And then there is harmony in the Sangha. If Sangha members do not do that, do not focus on the practice and study of Dhamma, but on other things, in politics, in, trying to find fault in each other or somebody else, trying to, trying to pull somebody down, or, say bad things about other religions or other cultures or other people or other monasteries and things like that, then there will be no harmony. There will be, instead of focusing on your own practice, if you focus on others, what they are doing, they are not doing right, he is not doing right, she is not doing right, like that, then it's totally lost. That's not because, sometimes, even nowadays, there was somebody was saying that I would get rid of corruption. There was a joker in India reciting, kind of what we call it, hasya kavya, we call it in India. There are lots of poets in India who writes this kind of hasya kavyas, laughing or funny poems, and sometimes they're really, really, deep. And this one was recently saying that lots of politicians and other people come and say that I will get rid of the, I will get rid of the corruption and things like that. And then they kind of accuse everybody. They so he says, and they try to make problems for everybody. He says that you don't need to do that. Please don't get rid of corruption. Don't do corruption yourself, and that will get rid of all the corruption. It's a little bit like that. If we want to get rid of the problems and the sufferings and pain, and then we have to get rid of the causes of that. That is our negative emotions, our negative actions and things like that. And that we cannot get rid of others' negative emotion. I have to do it myself, and if each of us do that, it's done. We cannot make others people do that, because if we start that, then we will become, tyrannies. We will become tyrannies, and that's all. So the Sangha in harmony, may there be, and all the purposes of the Sangha be accomplished. And purpose of the Sangha is that to be able to transform yourself, and then become a good example for others, and then become a good leader, not by talking and accusing others that they are not doing right, but by yourself becoming one. Then there are, more about this kind of specific dedications for specific actions of the Sangha, you can say, of the Dhamma. Lapandupi Gelonta, Embato Topreshu, Iwa Tamche Ponine, Seneleron Gamchurchi. Gelomanam Yedehi, Tato Nupa Ponreshu, taking Ratashonhakan, Satan Yamba Majorchi. Satan Chavi Yeshoni, Tot Dipa Sejehu, Dendro Tojo, Natojani, Tenu to Munyashu, Kepanana Curvato, Senyotajo, Yabrishu, Janayo Sutapato, Shonakan the Tabrishu. Nison Dingal Munyuki, Kawashipa Mepayo, Lavi Lapi, Lutin, Teta Sonji Nindashu, Saint Kenja Lemon, Sonji Tanji, Church, Sonji Deva, Science, taught the dead on dangerous cheese. So it's quite a few stanzas, but I think easy to understand. May ordained monks intent upon the practice find perfect places for retreat in solitude. Abandon every vagrant thought and meditate with trained and serviceable mind. So this is for the bhikshus and bhikshunis and monks, the ordained people. May nuns have all their wants supplied. May quarreling in spite be strange to them. Let all who have embarrassed monastic life uphold a pure and unimpaired observance. So the nuns also, maybe have all the supplies, all the respect, and all the, all the needs that they get, and people, all kind of offerings and things like that. There may be no quarreling and spite, but there's also this thing. They may be free from any, I don't know, it is spite. May they be free from anybody harming them, because sometimes it is possible, especially at that time. I think that is why the nuns or the bhikshuni sangha, the female only sangha, monastic female sangha, probably was first introduced by Buddha. I don't think, it doesn't seem like there was that kind of female Sangha before him in India or maybe elsewhere. And so therefore it was something very, very new and very innovative. So there lots of people had lots of doubts and things like that about them. So that's why he put the female Sangha under the protection of the male Sangha. But then it also had have problems a little bit. But anyway, so let all who have embraced monastic life uphold pure and unimpaired observance. May those who break their discipline repent, and always may they strive to cleanse away their faults. If somebody breaks their vows, that's not the end of it, since we people, samsaric people, have very strong negative emotions and lots of habitual tendencies, lots of passion and aggression, and it is very easy that we break those. But the important thing is once we break them, we repent and we purify that and then become even better, Thus may they acquire a fortunate rebirth wherein to practice standless discipline. What Buddha said was, those who have become, unmindful or careless and negative deeds, if they become careful and mindful, again they become like a moon, free from clouds, really shining star. So it's like, he gave lots of examples. May beings never languish in the lowlands. May pain and hardship be unknown to them. With bodies greater than the gods, may they attain enlightenment without delay. May beings time and time again, make offerings to all the Buddhas, and with the Buddha's unimagined bliss, may they enjoy undimmed and constant happiness. I think up to that maybe. This is 48. Let me see. Yes, I think it's up to here. So 48. So all the learned people and enlightened kind of learned people and genuine practitioners, may they be respected, and may they get the deserved, offerings and deserved, respect, and those who are genuinely practicing, may they be able to completely transform themselves, and they become very popular and they become very famous. Because sometimes, those who are not genuine become famous, and those who are actually genuine doesn't become famous because they don't try to advertise themselves. So may nobody, have to endure the sufferings of the negative worlds, and without doing too much, hard work, may they all get bodies, or they may born into bodies which is better than the devas or gods, and then by practicing Dhamma they may quickly and soon become enlightened. Then all these beings, all the sentient beings, may they have the chance to make again and again, the offerings to the Buddhas, meet them, receive teachings from them, and because of their, blessings of the Buddhas, and understanding you get from the teachings of the Buddha, that they may attain, lasting peace and lasting happiness for themselves. So this is up to, I think, 48. So I stop here. Thank you very much.